Want you guys to hop on for one and listen, take tips, share. If you have people that are on any kind of journeys of working out, or if you know anything about yoga, or maybe you've been curious about what the heck it may be, or the importance of it, or the benefits that you can get from it. So bear with me, you guys, as I get my favorite friend on here. So yes, there she is. I see her watching. All right, cool. So bear with me again, you guys. Listen, you're going to hear from my sweet friend, Bryn, who I adore. I love. She's amazing and she's extremely knowledgeable, about a lot of things, right? But especially yoga and the importance of incorporating flexibility of some sort to take care of your body, to help you recover, to do all the things that we need to do. We spend so much time working out. You need to make sure you're doing other stuff too, not just beating up your body. So, Bryn, I see you, girl. I invited you. I just want to make sure that we get you on here. Awesome, awesome. So you guys, if you're hopping on, definitely say hi when you're here. Let us know that you are here. If you're watching on a replay later, definitely drop replay in the comments. And while we get my Bryn on here, Miss Bryn, I see you, girl. Can you see where you can hop on? Oh, wait a second. There you are, I think. My connection. I live in a really small town as well. Hey. What's up, Kyla? Awesome, awesome. Okay, you guys, hang tight while we get my Bryn on here. Do not go anywhere.
All right, you guys. Hang tight. There you are. Success.
Hi.
I'm not the most technology savvy person, so I'm like, oh my gosh.
Me either.
Yeah, like we did it. Okay. So, I kind of give them a little bit of snippet of you real quick, but you guys that are hopping on, of course, if you know me, you follow me, Angela Campbell here. I love all things health, fitness, business. And I wanted you guys to hear from Bryn. Bryn is an amazing woman who I've met through our businesses together, and we're workout buddies anytime we get to go to the same place. She's in Denver. I'm in Texas. And you guys, I want to hear from her. I want you guys to hear from her because a lot of people that are following me that I already see some on workout with me, or I work out in general, or whatever the case may be. Hey, Charlie. But I want them to hear from you because I focus on the workouts and the weights and do all the stuff. And I tell people, go stretch, go foam roll, go yoga, but I don't know anything about it. And you're one of the most inspiring women that I've met, and your knowledge about it is amazing. So I feel like so many people focus on the workout, but not the recovery side, the flexibility side, and why that's so important. So I'm going to turn it over to you if you want to tell them about you, how you got into yoga, who are you, and go from there. I'll let you take over.
I love it. Thank you. First of all, thank you for letting me join you and asking me to do this because I love sharing this knowledge. And girlfriend, anything that involves you, I'm so down. Like, we have so much fun in our business and our workouts. Like, you guys should see when we wake up at 6 a.m., you know, in Orlando or Salt Lake City or Costa Rica, wherever we are, we're always there, smile on our faces, working out, doing our stretches, doing our yoga too. And so it's such a blast. So thank you for inviting me. And yeah, I'm excited to share some information with you guys. I used to be like Angela. I was an athlete growing up. The longest I think I ever stretched was for like 5 minutes before soccer practice that our coach would make us do. So I always joke that I'm like the most inflexible yogi that you'll meet because I just never stretched. And so my background kind of goes all the way back. I was an athlete. I studied nutrition and exercise science in college. And so I had a passion in working out. And I actually was a personal trainer first. So Angela, I was just like you. Like, I literally hated yoga. Like I was actually just visiting my friend, and she was the one that got me into yoga. She's like, remember when I tried to get you to do yoga and you wouldn't go? She's like, I had to bring you to the yoga with weights. And that's how right? Me. Like, it's like, exactly. Like, I had to start with the yoga with weights in order to get into yoga because I was like, I'm not flexible. I can't do yoga. And that's what I hear all the time is like, if you're inflexible, you can't do yoga or you can't stretch because you're not good at it. And it's like, oh my gosh, no, like you're the people that need it and
Yeah.
should be doing it. And everyone needs it and should be doing it, you know? And so I just, started doing yoga with weights and realized how much I actually needed stretching, and got involved with yoga, fell in love with it, started teaching. I've been teaching for like 6 years now, I think.
Nice.
And I love what it has to offer for my students, not just the physical, but the mental and the emotional part of the benefits around yoga and your lifestyle too. Like I have a lot of clients that are trying to lose weight, and a lot of it is attached to the mental and the emotional attachment, not just the physical weight or fat loss. So it's really cool. It kind of all comes full circle, I think, in yoga.
I love that you brought
Yeah.
that up. I love that you brought that up because so many people come to me for the weight loss and the workouts, and I can't stress enough how important the mental aspect of it is. And I feel like I'm the person who would bring the weights to yoga. That's funny that you say that. But at the same time, like I've just never really don't have the experience in it, but it's such, I think I turned 38 this year. So like the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, I need stretching in my life. I know most people are like, what?
You're
but
like 28
I feel
to
like,
me. You look so good.
I know. I love it. Thank you so much. It's the healthy lifestyle. It's the lifestyle and my awesome collagen that I love so much. But I would love for you to touch base on, you talk about the benefits of the physical, because the people that say they are not flexible, like need this in their life more than anybody, but also the mental, because even losing weight or feeling better or whatever the case may be, whatever health journey you're on, mental plays such a huge role. And if you don't focus on anything mental and all you're doing is your workouts, like you're going to burn out and you're not going to hit your goals because you're not focusing on what's up here too. So I would love for you to go a little bit deeper, like in yoga, like what exactly is it about yoga or what is it, I guess maybe its biggest benefit physically and mentally that you see people go through?
Yeah, I love this. I'm at the yoga studio right now. I'm in our like spare room. And so I was actually just teaching on this. And one thing that I love about yoga is the mental, the emotional connection. And so I had a really tough day the other day. Like I was just, got some bad news, wasn't feeling so hot, and I was just in this really negative headspace. And if it wasn't for yoga, if it wasn't for me realizing like my intention, my possibility, some of the personal development I do, I would have stayed in that negative headspace for hours, for days, for weeks, and let it completely destroy, my life. And it's like, with the power of yoga, with the power of like setting an intention and learning how to let stuff go, let go of the attachment, and move forward, I was able to be like, you know what? That doesn't serve me. That's not meant to be in my life. I'm going to move it out. And now I have this void, this space that I can fill with whatever I want. So maybe like you're having a tough day, or, you went out to dinner and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that or whatever. It's like, let it go. That happened. It's in the past. And now make space to like create a new intention, whatever it is. If your intention is passion, happiness, health, love, physical health, like whatever it is, just let go and then allow yourself to move forward, because a lot of it is we hold so much attachment and like resentment and anger and pain and all the negative stuff to whatever happened in our past. And that's in the past. That doesn't need to be in our life anymore. And so leave it and create your intention. And I think that's one of the biggest things that yoga and personal development has taught me. And, you move through it physically when you're doing yoga and when you're working through it. So it's like, and you can do this anytime you're in a fitness class as well. Like you work through the struggle, you work through the release, you do your heart openers, you stretch your muscles, you physically work through it while you're working through it mentally and emotionally as well. So that's one thing that I love that I've noticed. The other thing, guys, like, it's amazing. I wish you guys could have seen me like years ago when I would do like a forward fold. Like I swear I had the tightest hamstrings and back. And like now I can easily touch my feet. Now I can do like just things that I could never do with my body because I never stretched. I was an athlete. I didn't have time to stretch. I'm working out at the gym for an hour, going for a run, going skiing. Like, I don't have time to stretch, right? Guys, it doesn't take an hour yoga class. You can do yoga for 10 minutes and receive benefits. You can stretch for 10 minutes, even 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm like, all I have is 5 minutes. I do a couple different stretches, which I'll talk about with you guys. But that 5 minutes will take your body that much further. And it's something you can do the rest of your life, right? Like, you're not going to be able to, squat 150 pounds every day for the rest of your life. But one thing you'll be able to do is stretch every day for the rest of your life. And so I think connecting and getting into a routine of it now will just make it that much better and make your body that much healthier for the future.
Wow, you're so right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you just dropped the mic on that, because you hit everything that I need to hear, that everybody needs to hear. Like, I preach it, but I don't always practice it too. Like, stretch, you guys. The older we get, the more you're going to appreciate it. Like, and the thing too, like, the mental space, like letting things go, like that is today's world. We beat ourselves up over all the little tiny bad things we do, and we don't focus on the amazing positive things that we do, or just letting things go, because if you hold it in, it just does so much harm for you personally, not the other person that may have done you wrong. It's you. So use things like yoga. You don't have to just go out and do a beast mode. That's what I would call them, just beast mode crazy workouts, because so many people that I'm around, we think we have to go beast mode crazy all the time. And you don't. Like, stop and slow down. Do something like yoga. Do something like stretching. Like, it is so good for your body and your daily routines. Like, here's something that you kind of touch base on, but there's so many people that I do come in contact with every day. They have back pain. They have leg pain. They have knee pain. They have all these things, because I see them working out 5 days a week, 6 days a week, even 7, no matter how many times I tell them that rest day is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Like, it's so hard to get into some people's head though. But some of these things, like, I think it was 3 or 4 people told me yesterday about having sciatica issues. Like, can you touch a little base on, like, if you're dealing with those types of injuries, or it's not even necessarily an injury, it's called tightness in your body that's pulling on things. But what you do and what you teach in yoga and what you've taught me when we're working out in these out of town places, like, you bring your TheraBall and say, here, the last workout was me an hour on your little ball, because that's what my body needed. I didn't need weight. Mama's body was hurting. So yeah, wait, there's Lori hopping on real quick. She said, yeah, that's probably why I'm having my issues. I don't stretch. Yes, Lori, listen to my friend Brett. So anyway, if you want to touch base on some of those, like sciatica and different things, like why this is so important for those things.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 things that I really want to touch on is spine and sciatica, because those are something I've dealt with, and I can give you guys specific techniques. So one thing about the spine that I love, and I don't think we do this as often, your spine moves in 6 different motions or directions. So you've got that forward and back, the flexion and extension, the side to side lateral motion, and then rotation right and left. And so it's really important to get those movements in every single day, for mobility, for flexibility, for just living a long, healthy life. So I would do those before your workouts, after your workouts. Those are going to help. The way you move in yoga in your spine, it's incredible what it does for the health and the longevity of your spine. And you would not believe how many people I see have back issues that come back and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm healed from yoga. A lot of it, I think, is finding that flexion and extension, so that movement of your body, like cow-cats, or like a heart opener and a forward fold. Those are huge for it. Lengthening out your lumbar, your lower back spine, because so many of us are arched and flared in our belly and not activated. So what you really want to focus on is really tightening the front side of your body. So you're pulling your ribs in, pulling your hips, your pubic bone up, so you're activating your belly. And when you do that, you tilt your hips forward, you pull your belly in, you're actually lengthening your lower back, which will allow you to strengthen it even more. So that's one thing that's really, really important for anyone in our society today, because we're all just living and like arching on our back. And, you know, some of us have some extra weight in the front. I don't activate in my belly as much as I should. Like, I'm guilty of it. And I don't have extra weight in my front. Like, it's just our society, I think, today. And then that also can be, I mean, there's so much we can talk about, but like that can be also related to your hip flexors, your quads. So I definitely suggest quads and hip flexors. I'm adding a 0.5 in there. And then the second point is sciatica. And I'm so glad you brought this up because, guys, I have had sciatica.
A lot of people.
I'm not sure what it's from. I think it was from tight hip flexors, tight quads, not stretching my quads enough when I started lifting again. I think it was also from not stretching my outer hips and my piriformis, my TFL, so your outer hip. And so what I did, I actually had I also think it's great for everyone to go see, you know, a body worker, a physical therapist, acupuncture, whoever it is, massage therapist. Find someone, let someone else care about your body and just analyze and help you figure out where exactly you need to find a little more or have a little more support. And so I was talking to my physical therapist and she was incredible and helped me with this. So she had me use a ball right on my TFL, so your outer hip, your glute med, so right above like your glute, but the med part, and then piriformis, so a little bit lower. And so what she would do is she'd have me roll on it. So like, here's the wall, here's the ball, and then here's my butt, and kind of roll and find trigger points. And then what I did is I also took the ball to the ground because I was ready for some advancements and would do the same thing on the ground. And this trigger point, like this work releases your fascial layers, releases your muscles like no other thing as well. Like massage doesn't do the same thing. A hypervolt or Theragun doesn't do the same thing. Acupuncture, everything has a different purpose. And so specifically for sciatica, using the ball and finding my trigger points and holding and breathing on that area, after like 5 days, my pain was gone because I was releasing, I was breaking up the fascial layers, I was getting a little more movement. I noticed my butt even looked a little bit more sculpted on the side, which was like added bonus. Butt looks better.
Yeah.
No pain in my butt cheek and it looks better. And that's how I got rid of mine. You can also do it like through, you know, figure 4, half pigeon, those yoga postures as well. For me, I was already doing those. So I needed the next level. I needed the next step. I was already doing massage therapy. You know, I needed the next thing. And for the next thing, that was the ball, this ball. You can also use like one of these roller sticks and kind of like massage it out. For me, I just personally needed a little more pressure on those specific areas. So for you guys, whoever's watching this video, if you know someone or you have sciatica or sciatic pain, you have to figure out what works best for you. It might just be a yoga class. It might be a couple postures, a couple minutes a day. It might be going to a massage therapist. It might be, you know, getting one of these balls, which I just grabbed mine off Amazon. This one's Invincible Fitness, but you can get like a Rogue one or even like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. And you figure out, you know, what does your body need, and hopefully you'll get release from it. And you guys, you can always comment or ask me if you have other specific questions. I'll give you as much knowledge as I know. I studied anatomy and physiology. I was going into PT school, but then I decided I didn't want to be a PT. I have my background in yoga. So I know a lot. I can't promise that I'll help you solve all of your issues, but hopefully I'll be able to help you guys a little bit. So feel free to reach out if you have more questions. But yeah, I hope you guys get rid of the pain because I had it and it was miserable.
Yeah, I talked to just 3 people individually yesterday that were dealing with that sciatica, and I was like trying to explain this ball, and I'm like, I got to get Bryn on here, and she can share it also. Those of you guys are watching, and a couple of you guys, I'm going to be tagging you. I don't see you on here yet, but you need to hear what she's saying because it is so powerful. So if they wanted like some of these poses that you're talking about, do you have any resources yourself or somewhere that you would suggest them to go? Because, you know, you're in Denver. A lot of us are in Texas, or we're all over the place.
Yeah.
But or just go to a local studio, of course. Like I would fly to Denver to come see you if I could.
You're so sweet. I think you should fly to Denver to come take my class.
I think I
Well,
should too.
I'll teach you in Costa Rica, so you'll get it even better.
Okay.
But guys, what I'll do, I was actually just thinking, I'll take a couple photos right after this, and kind of show you, or I'll even do like a little video. I've done it for my, the members in my group, of just quickly what I do. You have to remember, guys, my body is different than Angela's. It's different than yours. Your body's different than your spouse's, your kids. All of you guys, you all have different patterns of movement. You all have different lifestyles, right? So you're going to be tighter in some areas. You're going to be looser in some areas. You're going to need different help, different places. So I'm going to show you what has worked for me and what I suggest for someone that typically has sciatica. It could work. It might not work, but at least try it on for a few days. And then, hopefully the pain's gone. If not, you can always go see, a physical therapist, a doctor, an acupuncturist, someone else to get a second opinion. But try it on. I'm thinking I'll drop some photos, and I might end up needing to do a little video for you guys just so you can see. So I'll post it. I'll either post it in the comments below at the end of this, or I'll also post it in your group as well. I'm happy to do that.
You're the bomb. You're the bomb. And then I know we're
Thank
getting
you.
close to the time you have another class coming up soon, but I know you also have an amazing transformation, and we talked about this last time we were together. Like, if you have any suggestion, tips, besides all the amazing tips you already gave us, you guys listen to this woman, do it daily. It's not something you do once in a while. Don't just foam roll once and then skip another week or so, or wait for somebody else to do it for you. Like my husband has been running this week, and he's like, I'm waiting for you to foam roll me. And I was like, go foam roll yourself. I foam roll myself. Jokingly, but then again, not really joking. Like, you have to be disciplined to do this to yourself, you know what I mean, as well at home. I always tell my, people I'm talking to, like, if you watch TV at night, like, lay on the floor to watch TV and put the foam roller or put the ball or whatever, and just take 10 minutes a day, 15, whatever your body can tolerate. Don't go hardcore crazy at first, but and then do it regularly. But anyway, that can be a whole nother video. I've also seen your transformation. I know there's certain things that you also love as far as product-wise. We take a lot of the same things too that are amazing. Do you have anything that you wanted to share, or tips or recommendations on things that you have also feel like has helped you and other people with the recovery side, or whatever else that you can think of?
Yeah. So, okay. So a couple things. One thing we didn't touch on yet is food. Guys, nutrition is so important. Like I was working out, I was teaching yoga, I was healthy, and I still didn't feel good or look good in my eyes. Like I had some extra weight on me, and I just, was struggling with that. And so food really does matter, and being mindful of what you're putting in. And I think the other thing too is supplementation. I remember I used to be that girl that was like, I don't need to take supplements. My food is healthy enough. A, my food wasn't healthy enough. Oh yeah. B, guys, our quality of food today in America, it is not nearly what it used to be. Our soil is depleted, the nutrients, you're not getting what we used to get or what we thought we got. So supplementation is key if you want to live a long, healthy life. And I do, and maybe you do too. And so that's just what I've gotten used to. And so there's a couple products that I really like. I've always struggled with my weight in my middle section. So there are two products. Well, the Lean Body Sculpting System that I've really enjoyed. Two products. One has collagen in it and a CLA. I love that. The other one is a thermogenic, and it's got fucoxanthin. Those guys helped me lean up. Like as soon as I started taking them, it like made me so tight right here, which I loved. And then recovery, guys, this collagen sport is insane. It's got BCAAs. Wow. That helped me when I was training, so I could recover a lot faster, because you're working out and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sore, I can't work out the next day. Well, if you start taking this supplement, it helps replenish your muscles, helps you feel better, helps your joints, your skin, your hair, your nails, all the stuff as well. And those honestly have helped me feel amazing, and also I think look amazing. Like I still take them every day, and I absolutely love them. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
You take sport, right?
Yeah, I take sport too. I took Live for a long time, and then I switched to sport, and I was actually amazed by the quickness of my recovery from my workouts. The soreness doesn't last near as long, and it actually doesn't get as bad. But my favorite is my joints. Like I just, from all the years of beating them up, especially my knees, I love to run. I'm not a marathon runner. I don't run crazy long amounts of miles. But I do like to run sometimes, and like we're doing a mile challenge right now in our group, and I've been running every day, and I feel great. Where before I started taking the collagen, my joints didn't like me doing that. Like I would run 1 or 2 days, and then I would just limp around for the rest of the week because my joints were hurting so bad. So I can honestly say, like, my hair, my skin, all that stuff, it has benefited tremendously. But my favorite part is muscle recovery and my joints. Besides getting lean again and seeing my abs again after having 2 kids, like there's a lot of things. Like those are obviously huge benefits. But to me, it's so much more about how I feel. I recover, and I just feel so much better. And I know a lot of people that are getting similar results too. I'm going to drop. If you didn't see Bryn's transformation, I have it, and I'm going to put it in the comments so you can see her transformation. But also, like she said to you earlier, if you have questions about anything she talked about today, about the yoga, the stretching, where to get the ball, maybe the products that she's talking about, reach out to her, reach out to me, put it in the comments, whatever. We have discount codes you can try. We have 30-day money-back guarantees. I'm a big fan. If you have nothing to lose, you have something to try, send it back if you don't like it. But it's worth it because we need to invest in ourselves and our bodies so that we function, not just to make ourselves look good. I feel like that's the number one focus of so many of us, but more so about how we function, how we perform, and how we function mentally too. So thank you so much.
And the longevity too.
Yes.
Like it's one thing to look good right now for an hour, for a day, for a week. I want to look good the rest of my life, and I want to feel good the rest of my life. And I hope, and that's what I want for other people. Like, I don't want you to live a painful life on medications the rest of your life. Like, invest in your health now. Start making the changes now. And like you said before, create a consistent routine. When I started consistently using the ball, I got rid of my sciatica. When I consistently started supplementing, I lost the weight. I've kept it off. It's consistency with all of these wonderful tools to use. So
yeah, and it's a combination.
I love this. Thank you so much.
It really is a combination of all of it, all put together, and consistency and patience, because we didn't get unhealthy overnight or create issues overnight. Like, it took time. So it takes time for you to get back in that healthy mode too, and then just stay with it. So yeah, I love this too, and I know, Bryn, you got another class to go. So thank you so much for all your amazing knowledge, for hopping on here with me, and I can't wait to do some more yoga and working out with you in Costa Rica in a few weeks. And thank you again for hopping on. We'll have to do this some more for sure. Oh, y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah.
Bye, girl.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.